Here, talk to Bubby. I dreaded hearing those words from my mom as she passed me the phone with my grandparents on the other line. Growing up, my relationship with my grandparents consisted of birthday cards and gifts, the occasional phone call, and family dinners during the holiday season. Up until the age of 13, I had no real relationship with either of them. When I decided to go to the Hill during the winter of my 8th grade year, I knew that I would be going to school just 5 minutes away from my grandfather's house. But I figured our relationship would be as it always was. Distant. I couldn't have been more wrong. And it wasn't until the recent passing of my grandfather that I credited my time at Hill to my relationship with him. My grandfather had always been a man of mystery to me. He never shared much about his past and kept to himself mostly. I never really knew what he thought of me or any of his grandchildren, whether he was proud, disappointed, or indifferent. It wasn't until my first lacrosse game at Hill, freshman year, when my grandparents surprised me to come watch, that I truly saw my grandfather's pride. After the game, I went over to give them a hug, and the smile on my grandfather's face said it all. Although he never told me, I knew that I had made him proud. The Hill gave us something in common. It gave us a bond that I never thought I would have with him. Throughout my 4 years, my visits and phone calls became more and more frequent, and our bond continued to grow. I would share stories of my experience at Hill, and he would tell me about his. I learned more about him through my years at Hill than ever before. I will never forget seeing the smile on his face or the pride in his eyes as he watched my sister Rachel walk across the same commencement stage that he did 64 years before. Since that day, I couldn't wait to see the pride in his face as it was my turn to get my diploma. As my time at Hill comes to an end, I think about my grandfather and how proud he would be of everything that I do. I wish he could have been around to come to my few last lacrosse games or to watch me walk across the stage with my diploma. But I know he's still with me, smiling down the whole way. If it wasn't for Hill, I would not have gotten to know the amazing man my grandfather was.